Hello, YouTubers. Pay no attention to that horrible cracking in your neck, despite the heating pad at night. It's a lot better. It's been a bit bad. It went away most of the time since I used a new heating pad, but it was back a bit today. Whine, whine, whine. As I said, pay no attention to that cracking in the neck, despite the new heating pad. Little psyllium seed action here so that, my blowhole and my colon's okay. Welcome to being 66. Now, I was trying to find my DVD that I had copied off of a videotape of Pulp Fiction here today, and I was having no success. I think what I did was, well, no, I don't know what I did. I think I did actually copy the Pulp Fiction movie into my hard drive, and then I moved it into an external hard drive. I'll have to look around. In that case, maybe I may actually pop for the like $4 and rent the thing and properly rent the thing. It's a great movie, Pulp Fiction. Oh, it's great. Oh, there are so many great scenes in that. Great statements, great lines. And you gotta love the blood and violence. Yeah. I mean, while I'm more of a fan of the ordinary people type movie with, relationships and things going on. But every now and again, you just need to have. Well, I mean, Pulp Fiction basically is, relationships. It's just relationships carried out by other means. Much like Bismarck said, war is foreign policy carried out by other means. Yeah, the Iron Chancellor had a good read on reality there, didn't he? Unfortunately, human beings paid the price. So I've been a bit less than fully frank and open with y'all here lately, which I don't consider that an obligation on my part to be completely open and frank with y'all, but I always do like to speak the truth and not. In other words, everything I say I want to be true, but I'm not trying to hide truth by truth. You'll get I'm not trying to hide truth by truth. So the absence of certain truths, in a way, might be considered a functional, well, not a lie, but a misleading tactic. So let's just come fully clean. Now, a couple of three, more or less, a week or so ago, I thought, I want to meet. I really do want to meet guys. Ideally, a little bit closer to my age, but not necessarily like my age, but closer to my age. Certainly the age of say 30, say. And see if anything can develop. Now, unfortunately, the site name, I'm not going to tell you the site name. It's not Silver Daddies. There's no fucking way I'm going to go on that one. Just because of the very name, for one thing. Makes me want to throw up to hear that. But anyway, a similar sounding site. And, and they let you put in a nice long profile and all that. Okay, fine. Well, I got I got 3 or 4 actually responses fairly quickly. One one guy was, over in Nigeria or some damn place, and I don't have a problem about black guys at all. I mean, I've had sex with black guys. I've been in bed with black guys. It's not a big deal for me. It's just not. It's not somebody I would seek out first. Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, it's got to be fair enough. Come on, I mean, everybody's got their preferences. But no, I never kicked a black guy out of bed. Plus, he's Nigeria. I mean, how can you have a relationship with somebody in Nigeria? Plus, it's like the old Nigerian prince. You have $1 million in your bank account. That kind of crap. So come on. And then you've got. There's another guy. I don't know. I think he was even farther away than that. But the other two guys were in the central United States. Okay, well that's like a day and a half drive. Yeah, fuck. I can see these guys. I can meet these guys. One guy was clearly not much over 30. While his subject-verb agreement was okay, he was one of these guys that he didn't capitalize, I when he's talking about himself. It's all no caps, sometimes no punctuation. Borderline functionally illiterate. Although it's not illiterate because he was actually, sentence structure was pretty good, and but I would want somebody to spend time respecting me enough to at least use proper grammar and presentation in a message, whether it's text or email or not. Now, maybe that's just me being a niggling old bore asshole. Might well be. Maybe you'll say, well, Joe, you're a niggling old bore asshole, in which case I'll take that under advisement. Okay. And the other guy was a lot closer to my age, and he was retired, he actually took the initiative to communicate a little bit more, and today he actually phoned me. Now, he's clearly not Native American in the sense of born in this country. In fact, no, and he said as much. He says he's half Belo-Russian, and then his mother was Italian American. Well, he's got this massively heavy accent, and that's okay because I'm friends with a number of people that have fairly heavy accents, but I can understand them. But I could bear, and I put him on speaker. I tried him without speaker on the phone, and I just couldn't understand him very clearly. And I don't, you don't want to keep asking somebody to repeat themselves, okay? But leaving that aside, what I did understand from what he said was that he's had issues with the IRS and tax things and some financial things as far as the company that he's working for or partially owned things were concerned, and he kept going on and on and on, and I couldn't get a word in edgewise, and I thought this guy's bad news. This guy is bad news. You don't want to get involved with the feds. You don't want to rise above the event horizon on this shit at all. So, no, it's just, no, that's not. So, what I did do is I sent both these guys an email, and the email was true. I mean, what I said in the email was absolutely quite true because it occurred to me last night, fairly early on last night, after I laid down to go to bed and had read some of my Reformation history stuff. I go away. I daggone it. I realized that, these fucking things that come in. I'll be back. And I'm back. It has to do with the fact that the reason I sort of blew these two guys off, and it's a true reason. It's a true reason. I mean, I'm not making this up. Is that when I laid there last night, sort of, you wake up in the middle of the night and you think about things. I do anyway. I'm sure everybody, as you get up, I'm sure everybody wakes up at night and thinks about things. It hit me that I was still not completely over Sam Whelan. I'm just not over him. I may not ever get over him. I don't even know if I want to get over him, quite honestly. But let's assume that I do want to get over him. But I have no idea how long that's going to take. I know it's not over yet. I know it's not over with me yet in my head. Now, I know there's probably zero hope of anything happening on that front. I understand that. I accept that. That's just the way of the world. I understand that. I'm certainly not griping about having had that experience at all. But I'm not over that yet. And it would be massively unfair for me to enter into or try to enter into an interaction with other guys with that buzzing around in the background of my head and emotions and so forth. This wouldn't be fair. It just wouldn't be fair. It would be wrong. I don't know if it rise to the level of wrong. It would certainly rise to the level of unfair. I don't know if it rises to the level of unjust, but it would be not certainly not suave. Let's put it that way. So that was true. I mean, that was true. So I told both these guys that. That's true. I haven't heard back from the guy in Oklahoma. I doubt I will. I heard right back from the fella in Louisiana, the older guy in Louisiana, one more near my age. It was as well. It's like you didn't like my accent. Well, it would help to be able to understand each other if you're going to enter into a relationship. It wasn't like I didn't like his accent. It's like that's a barrier. But more to the point, I don't want to get involved with a guy that's had the IRS, tracking him down the last few years, and who clearly is not, a a born in the United States citizen, or if he is, never bothered to really learn how to speak the language clearly. So yeah, I do have some problems with that. So yeah, I'm trying not to be an asshole about telling you that. Oh, we'll see what happens. I did stick myself out there on Grindr again today. We'll see. I'm going to be a lot more circumspect about who I answer this time around. Alrighty. Well, I hope my friend Tony in the UK we've emailed back and forth a few times today. He had sent me the entire set of Queer as Folk the U.S. series, and I'd conflated that or confused that with the Queer as Folk UK series, and I left the remark sort of thinking, because I'd rewatched the UK series here today, late this afternoon, and I thanked him for it again. Of course, he said, I didn't send you that one. And I thought, good Lord, Tony, give it a rest. I mean, you can't be on duty all the damn time. It's just that's got to be exhausting. It's just got to be exhausting on this shit. So I did say, I said specifically, I said, in any case, I just finished watching the Queer as Folk UK series. Many thanks to you for that. Great fun. And then he says, I didn't send you the UK version. You already had that. I sent you the USA version. Indeed, he did. I mean, that's correct. I said, indeed, you did. Sometime, and there will be a time, that your head is going to explode with all this need to point out attention to details completely accurately without being asked. And this comes from someone who deeply, and then in caps, deeply cares about you. Give yourself a rest and a break. You need not always be on duty. You can give your obsessive enough a bit of time off. It's okay, really. We'll still like you and more to the point, respect you. Joe, your friend, your real friend. I mean, it's like, my heavens. I mean, it's got to be exhausting to be that way. I know it. I used to be that way myself, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, here's my son emailed me, which I'll have to read here in a moment. So I'll in order to devote appropriate time to my son's thing, I'll sign off now and say bye-bye. We've had a little bit of snow, but it's nothing to amount to anything. Alrighty, bye-bye, YouTube.